Hi, I'm Blake. Today I'm going to be discussing disaster management in Mexico. Mexico is prone to a myriad of disasters, including weather-related events such as hurricanes, storms, floods, droughts, geology-related events such as earthquakes like the one that impacted Mexico in 1985, volcanic eruptions and landslides, as well as human action through industrial accidents, chemical, and oil spills. Because disasters are so prevalent in Mexico, they play a huge role in shaping policy. Broadly speaking, earthquakes, hurricanes, and volcanoes are monitored by the National Civil Protection System. More specifically, earthquakes are monitored by the National Board of Seismology's network, hurricanes by Mexico's Ministry of Interior and U.S. Hurricane Centers in California and Florida, and volcanoes by the Ministry of Interior and the University of Mexico. Besides monitoring, disasters also shape scientific committees that are put in charge based on disaster types to come up with policies that are shaped around disasters actually affecting Mexico itself. Besides disasters, non-disaster factors actually do have a huge impact on policymaking as well. Mexico's disaster management agencies recognize that developing countries have their own unique set of problems, such as an uninsured population and an economy that relies rather heavily on agriculture. As a result, the Mexican disaster management plans have in place a national disaster fund and a company called AgroCemex to subsidize about 64% of insurance premiums for small farmers. Besides domestic issues, foreign policy is also a major part of policymaking, especially U.S.-Mexican relations. U.S. and Mexico have an agreement put in place to share supplies, technicians, and experts during all times in the field of disaster management. In terms of the implementation pattern, Mexico implements a rather confused pattern because there's no central coordinator. There's only parts, but there's no main organization facilitating all the joint operations into one point. At the bottom end of the totem pole, there's also a lack of administrative capability at the local level, which also factors into this. Some potential obstacles facing an effective disaster management in Mexico is a lack of protocol, a lack of insurance, and a lack of research. Lack of protocol was made prevalent in the Mexico City explosion of 1984 because first responders, although they used the same methodology, they didn't use the same protocols and codes, so they didn't communicate as efficiently as they should have. There's also a lack of insurance, which is made worse by a lack of incentives and public interest. Finally, research in economic losses also affects policy because if Mexico doesn't recognize what economically will be affected, then they can't make the effective policies that they need. That's it. Thank you for watching.